The life and work of D.T. Suzuki, a story of Zazen and the West's encounter with Zen. In a quiet temple nestled among the cedars of Kanazawa, a young man named Daisetz Teitaro Suzuki would sit in silence, unmoving for hours. It was here, through the stillness of Zazen, seated meditation, that Suzuki began to grasp a truth deeper than words. Born in 1870 during the Meiji Restoration, a time when Japan was rapidly modernizing, Suzuki found himself straddling two worlds, East and West, tradition and progress, word and silence. As a student, Suzuki studied English and philosophy, but it was his encounter with Zen master Shaku Sōen that transformed his life. Entrusted by Sōen with a mission that would shape history, Suzuki was sent to the West, not as a preacher, but as a translator and bridge between civilizations. He traveled to the United States, where he worked with Paul Carus at the Open Court Publishing Company in Illinois, translating Buddhist texts and refining his understanding of Western thought. But Suzuki was not merely a translator of words, he was a translator of experience. At the heart of that experience was Zazen, which he taught not as a technique or dogma, but as a direct and unmediated encounter with reality. Zazen, he would often say, is not thinking about Buddha, it is being Buddha. In his teachings, Zazen became a vessel of spiritual clarity, not through striving or analysis, but through stillness and presence. For Suzuki, this posture, legs crossed, back straight, breath calm, was a gateless gate, an entry into Satori, the sudden awakening beyond intellect. His books, such as essays in Zen Buddhism and Zen and Japanese culture, ignited Western imaginations. Figures like Carl Jung, Erich Fromm, and even John Cage found in Suzuki's writings a pathway to a spiritual depth that had eluded Western philosophy and psychology. Yet Suzuki's tone was always modest. He didn't claim to teach Zen, only to hint at it. Until his death in 1966 at the age of 95, Suzuki continued to sit in Zazen, a man who had spoken volumes to the world, yet always returned to silence. Through him, Zazen was no longer a cloistered Japanese tradition, but a global doorway to presence, a return to the center of being where, as Suzuki once wrote, the eye sees itself for the first time.